Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to KSAT News Now, streaming from the KSAT newsroom, where it is oddly very quiet in here this morning.
Producer Alyssa said it best. It's, what did you say? Hold on.
Great podcasting.
Perfect podcast quality.
Yes.
If you remember earlier this week,
Yeah.
Max Massey was
Screaming
super
over
loud.
there.
His voice made an appearance, so this
He was
is nice.
screaming. No,
Maybe too quiet in here.
it's very quiet. Yeah, we got some meetings going on here, but yeah, good to see people. Or people are just hard at work. That's what they are. Hard at work to give you guys the news and the digital content that we provide every day. So yeah, we are almost through the work week, so really excited about that. It is Thursday, and you could stream us, of course, on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and as we mentioned, the aforementioned podcast. I'm losing my mind here.
What?
It's too quiet in here.
All right, well, maybe we should go to a karaoke bar, because this morning things got a little crazy during a karaoke night at a San Antonio bar. You have to see the video.
Absolutely, yes. And Apple officially pulling the plug on a very popular device from back in the day. A lot of thoughts about this. A lot of
Major
people,
throwback, and just seeing those pictures, I mean, it was all the rage, but now they're done with it.
Cutting the cord.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus, this makes some people pretty sad. I had a few friends message me this. You're no longer allowed to use some Instagram filters here in Texas. There is another state that's dealing with the same thing. We'll explain why, as well as what comes next, what this company is doing. But first, with a very scary but ended on a good note situation.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very interesting story here. Passengers aboard a plane that was headed out from the Bahamas are being called heroes this morning after they took a risk and successfully flew and landed the aircraft at a Florida airport.
Yeah, you heard that right. What would you do if you had to?
Crazy, yeah, crazy situation.
I wouldn't. I would not step in there. All right, so Darren Harrison, he's the hero. That's the passenger that took the lead. He has zero flying experience, but he took charge after the pilot allegedly had gone incoherent. So he lost consciousness. We don't really know exactly what happened.
Right, air traffic controllers were notified, and that's when Robert Morgan, a certified flight instructor, also stepped in to guide Harrison to the biggest airport in that area, which was Palm Beach International, in order to give him a larger area to land on. So some very quick thinking there, as they were in a tough situation.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that he was going to be okay. And so it usually takes about 20 hours to learn how to fly, but Harrison nailed it in minutes. Again, zero flying experience. With Morgan's help, so that's the flight instructor, the passenger was able to make a safe landing.
And after this landing, Morgan met his new student, I like that, who gave him a big hug and said thank you. I'm sure that everyone was saying thank you there. Yeah. Morgan said in his eyes it was a 10 out of 10 landing, and called the passenger a hero for stepping in to save that flight.
Yeah. This is, whew, I can't even imagine.
What would you do in this situation?
I'd probably sit and cry.
Pray, yeah.
sit and cry first, pray, I don't know, call my mom.
Yeah.
That is a terrifying situation. I think everyone who's been on a plane has thought about what could happen. You know, you go through the safety precautions of putting the vest on and the mask, like if anything were to happen. But I don't ever think we think of what would we get in the pilot seat? Would we take over if needed? And obviously this is a very scary, serious situation. It ended well, thankfully. But yeah, I don't think I would do what Harrison did. Right,
and there's actually video also circulating that has audio of the back and forth between the air traffic controllers to Harrison, and he seems very calm. Very calm about the whole situation. I think that's probably kind of what was one of the biggest things, was that he's very cool under the pressure. But yeah, definitely a tough situation, and great on him for stepping in there and stepping up to save these people.
So what I thought was interesting with the air traffic controller was that right away when he realized what was happening, how serious it was, he pulled out the layout of this aircraft, and that's how he was able to guide this passenger, and again, the passenger making a safe landing. So good story there.
Absolutely, yes. All right, moving on.
Yeah, this next story is kind of all about the video. So if you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out the video version later, posted on KSAT.com.
Yeah, we all have this there on our website. So this happened at a Northside karaoke bar named the Oasis Lounge. So the video that we have shows a man on the stage with a microphone and really getting into Outkast's hit, Hey Ya. Okay, love that song choice. But this has happened. He's singing right before a car then crashes into the outside patio and actually caused a fence to fly towards the side of that bar.
You know, his reaction is what.
Yeah.
I had to watch the video like 2 or 3 times to understand what was going on because he didn't really react. He just kind of shuddered, but not that big of a reaction.
Did a quick turnaround.
Well, the fence hit a person and smashed the glass, but police said no one suffered any major injuries. The driver was arrested on suspicion of DWI. They have not been identified.
Yeah, so the singer, and we were talking about this, just kind of turned around to see what happened, and then he walked off stage before, finishing that awesome rendition of Hey Ya by Outkast. Karaoke DJ Ed Soul posted the video on Facebook, and with the caption, karaoke has been canceled for the rest of the night. You think?
Clearly.
Yeah, very interesting reaction from that gentleman who was on stage there. He was really kind of getting into it. It was the part where he's like,
it was the part where it was what? Hold on, sorry, I cut you off.
Shake it, take it like a Polaroid picture.
I can always count on you. Thank you so much.
I was probably just as rough as that guy right there. But glad to hear that everyone was okay. Karaoke, let's see. So I've done it in the past. I don't know if I have a go-to song.
Okay.
I mean, Wagon Wheel, Darius Rucker.
Oh,
that's one of my
gosh.
favorites. Wait, what? Okay. There you go, Alyssa. Thank you very much. You don't have a go-to karaoke song?
No, I don't like karaoke.
Oh
I don't. I like going to people watch, but I don't. I
Like
would
this
not
guy?
be one to get the furthest. Like the most singing I do is in my car,
Okay.
and not at a red light because people turn around.
People will catch you in the moments.
No, that's it.
Belting out.
That's enough
a song,
karaoke.
yeah.
All right, so now to the Instagram story. Part of the Instagram experience is being blocked here in Texas and Illinois due to state law, and it deals with facial recognition. So if you were trying to use your favorite filter but couldn't, here's why.
Yes, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit earlier this year. The lawsuit claims that in this case, Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram's parent company, was not getting the consent of users if their biometric data was being stored and as required under the Texas Capture or Use of Biometric Identifier Act.
So did you know that that act even
I
existed?
had no idea.
Well,
yes.
now you know, and that's why this is being blocked, these certain filters, and it really deals with augmented reality. So Meta released a statement saying, quote, "The technology we use to power augmented reality effects, like avatars and filters, is not facial recognition or any technology covered by the Texas and Illinois laws, and is not used to identify anyone," end quote.
Okay, so even then, yesterday, they disabled the use of the filters that use facial geometry, but according to the publication Axios, Meta could create a system where users could opt in to use these types of filters. I had to have Alyssa kind of explain this to me a little bit, Alyssa, our producer, because I was confused as to like whether these were the filters that would like maybe put like a little cute dog face on you or put like these. It was not the case. It was not the case. It's more of the actual like adding features to your face, right? That's kind of what these filters are being banned.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. So
I'm not a big filter guy.
I'm not either.
Okay.
And so I don't know what we need a list of like popular filters that do fall into this category here in Texas, but
right.
yeah, I'm
Maybe
guessing
like
it's the ones that
adding-
make your nose thinner and your lips appear larger and eyes like that fox eye. I don't know.
Yeah. But going back to this, I had no idea that this act here in Texas actually was a thing, and apparently Meta said that they stopped using facial recognition technology about a year ago. So I think there's a lot of back and forth here. I find it interesting that we're only one of 2 states also that is now banning these filters.
Well, I think also a lot of people don't realize that, you know, this gives more information. So is it safe? Are you aware of what you're even doing when you check that little box that says I accept all terms and conditions? I really doubt that we all read and look through it. So this opens up the conversation and kind of our eyes to what's going on, and it seems so fun and harmless. But Texas is saying no.
Yeah, a lot of stuff there in the background. Okay, switching gears here just a little bit. So it is the end of an era for Apple. This was an item that was a must-have back in the day, but after 20 years, Apple is finally getting rid of the iPod. Tear, cry.
I never had one. Well, the company is stopping production on the
we need to
device
go
that
into
changed
that.
the electronics game. Absolutely, and the music industry forever. I wanted a pink one so bad.
Okay, you never had an iPod, really?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought I was going to ask you how many you owned or what different colors you had.
Zip,
but
zero.
That would be zero then. Okay, so the iPod was introduced in October of 2001. Man, that feels like yesterday. And their slogan was 1,000 songs in your pockets. Imagine hearing that slogan now, where you can just like have Spotify or Pandora.
I bet people would be like, only 1,000.
Exactly. Yeah. So the iPod Touch was the last version of the iPod, with sales only lasting until stock runs out and people have gone online to pay their respects to the iPod, RIP.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because even the headphones, you know, everyone uses the wireless headphones,
Right,
and
the Bluetooth,
I think
yeah.
these are still the original ones, like
Right.
the cord. We don't. How advanced are we that I don't even know what regular headphones are? Those cord thingy?
Yeah. No, I actually had to use use some yesterday because my Bluetooth couldn't connect, and I was very frustrated about that situation. But so I had two versions of the iPod. I had the slim one, which was actually handed down to me by like a roommate, and I couldn't even add any songs to it. I didn't even figure out how to do that.
So
I
you
had to
just had it
listen
for
to
show
all
or
of
what?
No, I used it, but I mean, it was not any music that I enjoyed too much myself. And then I had the Touch, which was kind of like the precursor to the iPhone.
That was like mind-blowing technology. So, okay, anytime I think of like MP3 players, I think of McDonald's. Do you remember?
Okay, I'm interested to see where this is going to go.
I know there's a huge age gap between you and me, RJ, but the hit clips, y'all remember those? And I remember having, I think it was the NSYNC one, and it would play like a 10, 15-second clip. And I remember walking around the apartment complex where I grew up and just replaying it 15 seconds, just in hit clips. So it was the chorus, the hit part of the song.
You'd only get 15 seconds of the song?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was only 15 seconds.
What is that?
Yeah, and this was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Alyssa, you had one too?
Yeah, I had Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen. See, I remember the NSYNC. They, of course, had like Britney Spears, and that was all the rage. The other one that I wanted, I never got an iPod. I've already said that. But then I wanted the Zune, because it had like the video MP3.
Yeah,
Y'all remember that one?
The Zunes were.
Yeah,
a thing
those
for a
look
little
so
bit.
cool,
Yeah.
but they never were a big hit.
No.
Anyways, no, RJ, to answer your question, I had none.
No iPod. Okay, well, maybe you could grab one of these last ones that are being sold.
Okay,
They're
so
being sold for a lot of money.
Andrew over here with our web, he's usually in the background. He's probably working from home today, but he says hit clips were amazing. So someone
my
else that remembers
God.
them. You don't? I wish we could show you a picture if you don't know.
No, I'm not familiar with hit clips. Did they come with a meal or something? Or there was
Yeah, it was like the Happy Meal toy.
Oh, it came with the Happy
But
Meal.
I think you
Okay.
could buy them at the stores.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so look up,
Why
Google
would you
hit
want 15
clips.
seconds of a song?
RJ, this was in the early 90s when, you know, that's all we had. Other than your Walkman.
Yeah, that's true. I did have that.
Yeah,
was good
that was
times.
like the big thing.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, speaking of big things here, some Las Vegas hotel workers are big winners this morning after getting a real nice surprise from their company.
The president and CEO of the Cosmopolitan Hotel announced that about 5,000 workers would all get $5,000 bonuses.
Very cool. So this all happened at a company event that was capped off with a drum roll before the surprise announcement. Workers then cheered and clapped and hugged one another. A lot of them got very emotional. This was apparently a pretty big surprise to them.
If you told me right now I was receiving a $5,000 bonus, I'd get very emotional too. And pay off student loans. The company said it will be handing out a total of $27 million to show appreciation for all the hard work that these employees have done during the pandemic.
Yes.
Man, what a surprise.
And obviously a big tourism industry with Las Vegas, so these workers being able to keep their jobs and also now benefit from this bonus. Pretty cool stuff there. Yeah, a lot of excitement. Hopefully they don't go and just like drop it all like on a roulette table or something like that. Just get that bonus.
I mean,
maybe make more money.
Yeah,
You could
I was
also
gonna
lose
say
it
there's
right away.
people- yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, so already warming up today. And
Is this like Vegas heat right here?
Well,
It is.
yeah, depends, right?
and still no chance for rain for us.
No,
right?
rainfall outlook is not good, and the heat continues. And You know, this is not the hottest we've ever been. We were hotter over the past weekend with highs 101 both Saturday and Sunday, but these temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. So this time in May, our average high is around 86. We're going to be about 10 degrees above that this afternoon. So look for a high around 96 in San Antonio. The good news here is that we expect our dew point numbers to fall off this afternoon. Keep in mind, dew point measure of the humidity. The higher that the dew point number is, the more muggy it feels to us. And we're going to get these numbers down a little bit during the hottest part of the day. So late this afternoon, early this evening, and that's going to help to take the edge off the heat index just a little bit. So early in the week, we had heat index values well above 100 degrees, in some cases approaching 110 degrees. With that drop in humidity this afternoon, we'll keep those heat index numbers, or feels like temperatures, down near the actual air temperature. That's still mid to upper 90s, but not crazy heat index values like what we saw a few days ago. Currently at the airport, it is 78, but with some higher humidity still hanging on, feels like 80. South winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We've got some cloud cover with us this morning, but that will continue to break up over the next several hours. It's already up to 86 in Pleasanton with more sunshine there, 82 Kennedy, 80 Uvalde, 77 in Rock Springs. So places like Stinson, southern half of Bexar County, south of Highway 90, those are spots that are starting to see a bit more sun at this hour, and that's why temperatures there are a little bit higher. 80 Rio Medina and 79 in New Braunfels right now. So as we continue to see more and more sun here over the next few hours, temperatures will be on their way up. Here's a great look at where that cloud cover is sitting currently. Places like Hondo, Sabinal, Uvalde, up into the hill country. Already full sunshine there. These fair weather clouds are hanging on down through parts of Comal County into Guadalupe County, Seguin, even down near Floresville, generally along and south of Highway 281. But again, these are going to continue to break up over the next couple of hours. A whole lot of sun this afternoon to warm us up. As we get into Friday, not a whole lot changes. Some clouds in the morning, sun in the afternoon. And then as we get into the late afternoon and early evening hours on Friday, we'll look out west for some storms out in far west Texas and the higher terrain of northern Mexico. You know the drill here. We did this on Tuesday. We had some storms develop out west. They tried to make some eastward progress. After the sun goes down, they'll fizzle out. So we're not expecting any of this storm or shower activity to get to San Antonio. But for those in some of our westernmost counties and communities like Rock Springs, even Lakey, Bracketville and Kinney County, Eagle Pass, Del Rio, you all have a chance to see an isolated strong to severe storm as we get into late Friday afternoon, early Friday evening. Again, not expecting any rain here in San Antonio. Unfortunately, we really could use the rain. So here's a look at the rest of your day today. 96 your high. Heat index will be right about there, so no crazy heat index numbers this afternoon. We'll have a nice breeze with us. As we get into the weekend, we start to get back to tying and potentially breaking record high temperatures. Sunday, we're going 99. Monday, high around 100. And again, those are records. So this heat is not typical for this time of year. And I think that's what I really want people to realize, that yeah, it's Texas, we're used to it being hot, but you've got to look at climate and context and just kind of see that this is warm for this time of year.
This is very, you get a record, you get a record, you get a record.
Yeah.
Just, my goodness.
And based on these temperatures right now, Katie, does this indicate that July, August are going to be as hot, or does it just, or those patterns change?
Not, you know, just because we've seen a few triple digits already doesn't mean that, you know, it's just going to be out of this world hot through the summer. But just based on the fact that we're under the influence of La Nina, we have been since late last year, that typically leaves us warmer and drier. So it's safe to assume that we should expect a warmer and hotter summer. Yeah.
All right. A lot of air conditioning getting to work.
Yep.
And if you were not ready for this, you're just like, oh my God, scrambling to get your AC fixed in one way or the other.
Fans. In my place, I just want to have like a fan in every corner of the house.
Yeah.
It just makes, makes it better.
Pretty brutal heat out there. Yep.
Take a walk around the grocery store for, don't you remember as a kid, like you'd go to the mall too? Parents would drop you off and just walk around the mall.
Yeah. It didn't bother me as much when I was a kid for some reason. Now when I step outside, I'm just like, go away. Clouds, just like that.
All right,
I'm
well-
glad how you guys are explaining to me what Apple's, what is this, hit list is?
Yeah, so
I'm still being explained what this is.
yeah, the hit clips.
Hit clips.
The hit clips. He was asking, how do they even work? I forgot that you would put your little clips, and I do need to clear.
Yeah.
I had said 15 seconds. They were 60 seconds, but I just do
Oh,
remember that they were
that
very,
makes it
very
different.
short.
Okay.
So they're like little floppy disks. Do you remember floppy
I
disks?
do remember floppy
Okay, so it's like a mini floppy disk.
Okay.
And then it would have, you could clip it onto a keychain.
Mm-hmm.
That way, in your little speaker boombox, it was tiny, maybe the size, I don't know, like an inch or two. It's
Okay,
tiny.
okay.
And you would put your hit clip inside, and then it would play the 60
Okay.
seconds of the hit song. So In Sync,
had
Avril
all the
Lavigne,
OGs?
all the
Yes.
middle
Britney?
school jams. Or for you,
98 degrees?
yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, now we're talking.
He's gonna go purchase one on eBay or something.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
but
98
hit
degrees
clips.
for no reason.
There was
Sing
there
that
was an
karaoke.
article that said, remembering the most absurd way we listen to music. You were nothing unless you had the tiny boombox.
Oh, okay.
That was by Mashable.com. So
Interesting.
RJ, you were nothing unless
I
you
guess I
had the
was
tiny
nothing.
boombox.
I had iPods.
I didn't have an
guess was
iPod, but I
nothing
had a
'cause I
tiny
didn't know about
boombox.
this.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look for one and purchase one,
Yeah.
and maybe bring it here to show you guys.
We need to, yeah.
We-
That'd be
we could
good
have
to
a
look
90s
at
themed
old
show.
tech or things that
That would
people
actually be
used
really
to-
cool.
Simpler times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, thank you to those that are watching on YouTube Live. We really appreciate you. Comment there if you have anything you want to chime in on.
Yeah.
We always like going back and forth.
I do want to say that I actually went back and watched some of our episodes on KSAT News for KSAT News Now on YouTube, and one of my old fraternity brothers, Felix Alvarez, actually commented. I had not talked to him in a few years. He's up in Austin,
Yeah.
but he managed to catch our show, and he was just
Awesome.
like, "Hey man, y'all are doing a great job." So, Felix, appreciate you, man. I'm not sure
Thank
he's watching
you.
us today, but he did that day. He commented.
It's
on it. So comment.
exciting. I
Yeah.
mean, I get excited when friends
Right. Mm-hmm.
or family. I know my brother sometimes from Dallas will tune in. That's what's
Yeah.
cool about our show, that they
Very
can
neat.
just go live and watch us. All right, you guys. Well, that does it for today. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, at 11 a.m.
Friday.
Friday.